So how long does it take you to flip a property and make money? That's the thing we're going to be covering in this video today, and I'm going to talk you through some of the stages. But first, if you're new to me, here's a tiny bit of background, and if you're my regular, you know the drill, you know the story. I started in property, about 15 years ago on time of filming, a single parent, head of household, 2 little responsibilities, and I borrowed money, I flipped, I deal packaged, I really built my way up to a multi-million-pound property portfolio. So I'm currently here in Barcelona, I live near the sea, and I also live in Bristol where my property portfolio is. And I have multiple houses paid off with cash. I tell you this not because I want to be like, let me tell you about this. I don't want to tell my friends this, but I tell you this because I want you to know that you can do it too. If I can do it at 5'2", you 100% too can do it. Bit of planning, bit of focus, quite a lot of hard work, come out the other end. So it is perfectly doable and possible, and flipping was a major part of it. I got 2 sets of resources for you. My website, which is stacked full of good, useful information for you. I've really worked hard at creating a great website where you can download things straight away and get started. I want to build your confidence. I want to keep you motivated. I want to grow your skills. And I've done that through all the stuff that you can download on my website, The Good Property Company, and obviously the YouTube channel. So subscribe, like, and I have a ton of videos. I literally have planned my videos for a year for you on all the key questions you guys asked me. So, question, how long does it flip a house and make money? Well, flipping, you may or may not know, is around about a 20% markup, meaning if you're going to sell a house for all the cost on a house are 250,000 quid, you're going to sell it for about 300,000 quid and make 50 grand. Lovely. So it means that 1/5 of the property that you sell is going to be your markup, isn't it? So if you sell it for £500,000, 1/5, 20%, 100 grand, it's your profit. If you sell it for £4,000, 1/5, 20%, 80 grand, it's your profit. So you can see straight away that learning about flipping and flipping itself is a superb way for you to make quite serious amounts of money relatively quickly. So the question, how fast can you flip a property? Well, I was averaging about 5 3/4 months, but I am fast. Okay, you typically be between 6 months and 9 months, but I was averaging, when I was really going some and I had 30 flips on the go at the same time, 5 3/4 months. So let's talk through those simple stages. You get the deal agreed. And when I say 5 3/4 months, I mean from the date the money goes in to the date the money comes back out again, not the date you agree the deal. It's just the usage of your money is the bit that I'm talking about here. So stage 1 is you agree the deal, you know it's going to make you money. You definitely want to flip it, but just in case you have a plan B, you'll rent it as a single let, service accommodation, or an HMO. So plan A, flip, plan B, 1, 2, 3 types of renting. You then get the money together. So whether you're buying it with cash, with private investor cash, with a mortgage, but don't do that for flipping. I've got other videos on that. Or whether you're buying it with bridging, or whether you're buying it with joint venture cash, you've got the cash together. Your lawyer then does the conveyancing, which means basically the admin to check that the contract's legal, the house situation is fine, it's not about to disappear down a mine pit, there's no kind of major, flooding risk. And you exchange contracts 10% down, and then usually either that day or the week later, you complete. So that's you now technically got the house. It's from this point onwards, I am talking about my average being 5 3/4 months. And once you've got the property, you renovate. So typically I'll get the property on a Friday and I will have my builders in on the Monday. Like if they're in on a Tuesday, I'm shaken. Like, what? That is slow. Come on. And a beginner mistake that people make is they think they're going to take this old, beautiful wreck of a house. They're going to spend like a labor of love and they're going to pull it back into the 21st century. That's great for TV. It's not great for your bank balance. You want a fast in, fast out, cookie cutter, turn it around. I've done a really good video. In fact, this morning I filmed it for you guys, so same top, which was basically 4 to 6 weeks turnaround for a flip of nothing more. I mean, really, I want you to do a 10 grand turnaround and get it straight back out. So, I mean, the fastest I did was like 4 days turnaround and flipped it. But normally you're doing a fast turnaround, not a massive overhaul of the property. So tip number 1 is do not flip from the heart, flip from the head. I can paint that kitchen, I can change the knobs, I can change the worktop, I may have to change the carpets, paint everywhere, style it up, out again after 3 weeks. That's a proper cookie cutter flip, isn't it? Fast in, fast out, go, turn that money around. So you buy the property Friday, they start Monday. No gaps ever. And if this is a problem for you because you don't have enough builders, guess what? Go recruit more builders. Now, they're running the refurb. You don't want to wait for them to say, right, I'm finished, you can get the estate agent. No. You know when the refurb's finishing, yeah? You're pushing the whole time. A week before the refurb finishes in, if you're going to get the estate agent in, if you're going to sell through an estate agent, you get the estate agent in to value up the property, to really assess it, to get ready so they can write it up, so the photographer comes in at the last minute to be able to put those photographs in. So if you're selling it, sell it through something like iamtheagent.com, or if your estate agent's selling it, you get everything ready a week before the property is finished. Then you get the photographer in on the last day. Now your builders will give you some resistance. We're not finished. You're like, push. Come on, let's go. I have literally had photographers stepping over carpet people. It's not fun, it's not exciting, but you're running the time frame here, not your builders. And every day that you spend not having this property sold is a day that you're paying interest and not having the money back in your bank. So you're not messing around, okay? And you need your staging kit, whether you're going to use a third-party organization, or whether you're going to hire a staging kit, or whether you're going to buy a staging kit, or like I did in the early days, where you're going to literally, I wouldn't do it now, but this is my home in Barcelona. But if I was starting out, I'd be sitting on a cushion on the floor, because this staging kit would be going into a property to be staged and then back out. My kids and I used to have to do that when we were younger. So you need to plan in advance your entire staging kit so everything's good to go. Now, quick tip on staging, you want neutral colors with 1 or 2 color pops. Now, this is actually my home. This is what I like. But if you think about the color pops, we've got kind of brick and we've got Spanish tiles, but we've got a couple of mugs that are popping, and then we've got some cushions that are popping, and cohesive, so the same colorway throughout. Because I'm a girl and because I wanted a chill place in Barcelona, I'm very much in the soft pinks and greens in this apartment in Barcelona, and it's right throughout of different shades. So just because I like interior design. So let's look at the timing so far. You've bought it on the Friday, your builders went in on the Monday. On this case, let's say your builders were in there for 8 weeks. I'll just about accept that. On week 7, you've got the estate agent in, or you've written up the spec yourself. On week 7 and the last day, you've got your photographer, you've got your staging kit in. That's a 24-hour process, by the way, guys, before your photographer goes in. Then you've got your photographer in, but you've already approved the write-up. All you need now are the photos. They're on a 24-hour turnaround, boom, up on the market, ready to go. In a rising market, you're going to sell this first weekend because you're going to be $250 under price of everybody else. You're going to have like 30 people coming in 15-minute slots. They're going to be like boom, 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 and you're going to pull it to a closing date the following Friday with a Tuesday night for second viewings. In a slow market, you're going to be average like everybody else. So if it takes 17 viewings to get a property sold, you're going to be between like 13 and 20 viewings to get a property sold. So you might be 4 or 5 weeks. So that economic difference will make a difference of the time frame. But let's talk about right now. I will be 8 weeks renovating. I will be like half a week staging, posing, photography. I'll then open it out for the Saturday. So call it a whole week just to be painful, 9 weeks. The offer goes in on Saturday night or Monday or Tuesday. You pull it to a closing date the following week. So we're now on 10 weeks. You've got it under offer. Obviously, you've assessed your buyer. You don't necessarily always choose the highest price. You choose the best quality buyer. How much cash have they got? Have they got a decision in principle? Are they in a chain? We don't want that. Or are they good to go, ready to go and do it quite quickly? You then sit down before you even accept the buyer's offer and you say, look, you need to buy this property within 9 weeks. You know they're not going to do it, but you give them 9, but you actually mentally give them 10, but you tell them 9. And you don't just sit back and then say, yeah, property's sold. You ask them permission to talk to their lawyer, or if you're selling it directly, or you get your lawyer to talk to their lawyer, and you ask permission to talk to their financial advisor, the person organising their mortgage. Oh, they haven't done the paperwork yet. Right, quick phone call on to the buyer. Hey, we still need you to do blah. Oh, the lawyer hasn't responded to, the lawyer hasn't put out inquiries yet. Hey, we need your lawyer to do the inquiries. Oh, my lawyer has replied to their lawyer, but their lawyer hasn't replied back to my lawyer. Hey, we need your lawyer to reply back to my lawyer. Hey, you still need to pay for the survey. You get the drill. You are literally nannying and babysitting, because if it was left up to a beginner couple on buying a property, they'll take like months. If it's up to you, boom, 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 get the paperwork done, turn that mortgage around on their behalf as fast as possible. So you've told them 9 weeks, but the reality is 10 weeks. So now we have 8 weeks renovation, 1 week posing kit, photography, styling, and 10 weeks for them. So we're on 19 weeks at the moment, aren't we? So that's the theory, 19 weeks. But you notice I told you that my average is 25 and a half weeks. It's just under 6 months. Why? Because there's always slippage in the system. I'm telling you perfection. Now let's get to reality. So I technically slip about 6.5 weeks, and I'm fast. Okay, so you need to be on it really fast so you don't have much slippage. But if you are doing one flip every 6 months, you can use your same money to go twice, can't you, in a year? So if you were making, I don't know, 100 grand a flip and you did it once a year, that's fine. It's 100 grand. If you're doing 100 grand and you do it twice a year, you can see the power of turning your money over. You've suddenly made 200 grand instead of 100 grand every single year. So it is really worth being quite tight on these timeframes, being very strong on your project management and managing your buyer. They won't like it, by the way. I mean, obviously you're always polite, but I kind of don't really care that they don't like it. You know, they don't care that they're faffing for 4 months. You do, because you're paying your interest on your bridging loan the whole time. So stuff that for a game of soldiers. Everything on my YouTube channel shows you that you are in control to a degree within property. She's a big old boat. There's lots of risks involved, of course there are, but you are in control. It is your ownership of the situation that makes a difference, including how fast you can flip and how much money you can make. If you follow this process, you will literally make double the amount of money you would have done if you didn't follow this process. So that is worth knowing, isn't it? So like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, because as you can tell, some very useful videos for you. But super important, have a good look over at my website. It's called The Good Property Company. I just put so much great content on there for you to be able to download straight away, whether you're going for a 60-day academy or a checklist, or you want to get onto immediately listenable webinar. It's all there to build your confidence, to give you motivation, and most importantly, to give you the skills you need to succeed. Why? Because property, financial freedom, living life your way, 6-figure income certainly is for me, major property portfolio. I live in Barcelona. I'm about to go to the beach. I've got a friend coming over from Britain today. My son is here, which is kind of cute, helping him buy property around the corner. It's about a life that's super important. And given that we are only alive for a very short period of time, why don't we make that move early, build a life that you can enjoy for the rest of your life? Certainly that was my theory. It worked. And if it works for me, it can definitely work for you. So good luck.
Click down here to download it now.